EA Sports. It's in the game.
Welcome gamers to EA Sports Game Changers tips and tricks for Madden NFL 12. In this video we're going to show you how to set up your franchise and how to get it best built for the future. First off, what we're going to do before we set up the franchise, we're going to go online and make sure we have the latest roster. As you can see here, going under rosters and tuning. And I already have the latest roster, but if you don't, you can download it through there. Same with the tuning set. You want to make sure you have the latest tuning data too, so the game plays the best that it can. Back out, and then we're going to head back to the main menu. From here we'll go to game modes and franchise mode. And when we start a new franchise, one good thing to look for is to find a team that has some flexible cap room. That way you can actually improve your team through free agency before the season even starts. As you see, the Chicago Bears there have a good amount of cap room. Vikings not so much here. You know, Seahawks got a lot. Redskins have got a lot. The Ravens have quite a bit here. I'm going to go ahead and select the Chicago Bears. They have $36.3 million in cap space. Then from here, go ahead and set up the options as best you like. I like doing a 7-minute quarter. Definitely no fantasy draft. And I like to control all aspects of like the depth chart, signing the players, and then free agent and draft pick signings. Definitely I like to have control of all those, so I make sure to change all those to the user. Sim cut days is also something new we'll show you here in just a minute. Now, when you hit triangle to go to show menu, first thing you can do is go to cut days. What you can do now in the preseason is make cuts due to the expanded roster of 75 players. In this first week, as you can see on the top right, it says 0 out of 4. So I need to cut 4 players by the end of the first week. I'm going to get rid of Todd Collins since he's kind of old and has a D potential rating. You know, he's not really going to do much for me. I can do the same for Gutierrez too, because I think I've got a good quarterback in Enderle from Idaho. I get rid of Khalil Bell. Also get rid of Eddie Williams, as he's a 50 rated fullback with F potential. So got rid of those 4 players. Now what you want to kind of do next is go into player management and then go into the free agents. And from here you can also look at your depth chart at the exact same time to see what kind of needs you have filled. Since I got rid of Khalil Bell, I'm going to get myself maybe an experienced running back. We're going to look at Brian Westbrook. He can catch the ball pretty good. You know, he's really injury prone, but he had some good years with the Eagles. He can, definitely catch the ball out of the backfield. You can maybe put him and Matt Forte in the same set. So I'm going to go ahead and offer him a contract, kind of build a little depth there at running back with also Marion Barber as a good third down back to have. The wide receivers, you can see we have, our top 4 guys go from 74 to 79. So what I'm going to do here is I'm going to go ahead and go back into the free agents, take a look at who we have here. We got a couple of old guys at 86 and 85, and they're going to probably want a lot of money. So I think what I'm going to do is go down to Jericho Cotchery. He's only got 7 years in the league, and he's going to probably want a good deal of money, but he's still fairly young. So I take a look at here. He wants a 5-year deal right off the bat. Well, let's see here. We can kind of compare the cap room by going from 3 to 5. You can see how your cap changes here. I'll give him a good 3 years because that's going to put him at 10 years in the league. We'll see how he does at the end of that contract. Now, as you can see here, my middle linebacker situation is pretty horrible. If Urlacher gets hurt, I'm screwed. So look at that. Loftus Tupu, kind of a surprise cut for the Seattle Seahawks this year. He's in the free agent, so I'm going to automatically just give him what he wants and get that there. Okay, now after I have shored up the linebacker position here, I'm going to try to make a trade to get myself better at tight end. Since the Bears lost Greg Olsen in the offseason, I'm going to try to get Tony Milwaukee. He's only got 1 year in the league, but he had a good rookie season for the Kansas City Chiefs. If I throw in Kellen Davis and a first-round pick for 2012, the Chiefs are going to go for it. So I'm going to go ahead and accept that trade, and I've already got myself better at the tight end position. After you've bolstered your team through free agency and trades, you can go down to the details and then go to player salaries. From here, if you hit R1 to go to the team contract screen, you can then see your cap room and where your money is tied up at. As you can see, the Bears have $18.84 million in cap room even after some of those big signings that I made. Therefore, I have a little bit of room in case there are some injuries during the season. This is the first part of helping to build your franchise. Once again, I'm Jeremy, aka JB Huskers, and this was the EA Sports Game Changers Madden NFL 12 Tips and Tricks.